To start using some of these images, what we want to do is use an image tag and then give it a source. And that source is not going to be an absolute link, but a relative link, depending on where the image is. So if they are in the same folder, you can go ahead and put just the image there. And that's the simplest way to get the image. But you can see here, this image I just added is humongous. And so what we want to do next is we want to give the height of it. And in this case, the height of this image is 165. Well, let's just say we want to display it at 165 pixels and a width of 306 pixels. I'll put some quotations around both of those. And we can refresh it, and you can see how that image is much smaller. Now, a lot of people might think, well, that'll speed up the website, but in reality, we still have this large image being downloaded, and it's massive. And if I right-click it and go to open an image, you can see that image is still really, really big. And so we don't want to do that. We want this image to be smaller. And so I have created another file here called thumbnail. And this image, if I refresh it, is the right image. And I can go to open image, a new tab, and you can see it's a small image. So we want to first resize our images to the size that we're going to be seeing. Now, if I want to link this into a larger image where I can click on it and it will go to the big image, then I can just wrap some anchor tags around that, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put some anchor tags around that, and I'm going to do a hyperlink reference out to the large image, and that will make it so now when I refresh it, I can click on it and it will take me to the bigger image if I want to see that. Okay. Now, one other thing I do want to show on this is there are some attributes we want to add, and one particular we want to add called the alt tag attribute. And the alt tag attribute, that stands for alternate description, allows people with accessibility problems who might be blind, who might be have screen readers or different things like that, to tell what the image is. And so I'm going to go ahead and type out baby monkey on log. And they need to be short, no more than 10 words, that are descriptive of what we're looking at. If you don't have an alt tag on all images, and that's not background images, that's active content images like this image is, you will not validate. And so make sure you run your websites through the validation, and if you see something that comes up with an alt tag description, make sure you add that in there. There used to be some other ways to align it to the right and left, but those have been deprecated out with HTML5. We'll show you how to do that with some floats or some text aligns or different things that you guys can do. There is also a title you can add which gives some information on it, but typically you want to use an alt tag on those images.